Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to add Xbox controller control and the X Arcade tank stick controls to your game. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. Alright, so let's take a look at the picture on the next page to understand the layout of the X Arcade controller. And then after you understand what goes with what keys, you're going to create a method call and definition to use it. Alright, let's look. So if you hit the up arrow, that's the same as pressing the up key. If you move the stick left, it's the same as hitting the left arrow, right arrow, down arrow. Okay, the first button on the X Arcade controller is left control, left alt, space, left shift, and so on and so forth. So you can get all these buttons to do whatever you want them to do on the thing. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to our project. Okay, so we want to give control to our guy, and so we're going to go into our good guy. We're going to open up the code, and we're going to go to the act method. And so we already have check key press, so we're going to say check. We're going to call this thing the tank stick. Okay. Alright, so check the tank stick. So now we already have a method that gives us some control, right? So we're just going to copy this to get us started. Control C, hit enter, Control V. We're going to change it to say check tank stick. Okay, so we know that right is already correct, left is already correct. So up is, so we're gonna switch this. We don't want the up arrow to be jump anymore. Let's see what we want to do here. Hold on. Okay, so we want, let's say this is jump and this is fire. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna write left control is jump. Okay, and then fire is gonna be, oh, actually, it's just going to be, it doesn't matter if it's left or right. It's just going to be control, and this is going to be alt. Okay, I messed that up. It's going to be it's going to be control and alt. So let's try that. Okay. So now we have tank stick control. That should do it. And you can, anything you want to add from over here, you're welcome to add. And let's go to the next thing. All right, now we're going to do it for the Xbox controller. Now we have to use the Xbox controller. We need to use this thing joy to key. Basically, it takes what the Xbox does and turns it into keys on the keyboard, which is a lot easier and simpler. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the brianmillershs.weebly.com. Okay. And we're going to go to programming. We're going to go to lesson 3, platform jumper lesson 3. And we're going to go over here to the files you're going to need. And you're going to download this thing. So you can right click on this thing and you're going to download that. Okay. And then you're going to look for it. So there it is. So you're going to click right there and say show in folder. Or you can just click on a folder. Okay, so you can click on a folder and you're going to go to downloads. So we're going to go to downloads, and there we're going to find it in here somewhere. Should be a zip folder in here. I have too many things in my downloads folder apparently. Okay, so there it is right there. So we're going to get this thing, and we're going to throw it into our folder with our name on it. Okay, or we could throw it into Intro to Programming is probably what we're going to do. Okay, so once we have this thing in Intro to Programming, this is what you're going to do. You're going to right click on it, you're going to go to 7-zip, and you're going to extract the files here, and then after you get it all extracted, you're going to double click on it and install it. You're going to want to make sure you try to install it in the same spot. Okay, so basically what's going to happen once you get it done, once you get that all installed there, you're going to have this, right? And so what you can do is you can turn each little thing, these are all represent something on the Xbox controller, so you're going to decide what you want to do. So here's how I set it up. I said the first stick is like the arrow keys, and then the second stick is the WD, WS, and so on and so forth. But you're going to set this thing up how you want. But basically, once you get this thing set up how you want, you're going to do the exact same thing that we just did. So we're going to go to our project, we're going to go to our good guy, and we're going to do it again. So we're going to make, let's find the act method here. Not yet. There it is. So we're gonna check. We've checked key press, checked tank stick, and you're going to do the exact same thing. And so then when you actually plug the Xbox controller in, you can have control. And at this point, you should probably be able to do it, but you're going to, at this point, you're going to make another method down here. Oh, I forgot to do my method comments. Okay, so you're going to do another method down here for the Xbox controller. So when I come and check this, I'm going to check it to make sure if I plug in an Xbox controller, I can control your character fully from the Xbox controller. Okay? All right. Get that done. I think that's it for this particular spiel. Yep, that's it for this one.